Hello, this is David Jenkins, La Plata Town Council member from Ward 4. I will be your host for this podcast titled La Plata Ward 4 Update, providing updates about the La Plata Town Council meetings, issues affecting you as residents, and other related activities. I've also started a La Plata Ward 4 video update, which are short videos about specific projects and issues, and have been posted to my Facebook page, facebook.com/djenkinslp Town Council Ward 4 /. These videos are also posted to the app or the website called Nextdoor, www.nextdoor.com//newsfeed. A little background: the Town Council has their work sessions each month on the second and third Tuesday, and then we have our business meeting on the fourth Tuesday. All meetings start at 6 p.m., and now the Town Council work sessions and business meetings are now hybrid. That is, you can attend in person or virtually. Each agenda provides a link to attend virtually using the Microsoft Teams platform. Meeting agendas can be accessed to the town website, www.townlaplata.org. And please note, all meetings are recorded, so you can view them later at your leisure. So now let's get started with our latest update. Hi, and welcome again to this latest episode of La Plata Ward 4 Update podcast. This is Dave Jenkins, La Plata Town Council member from Ward 4, and your host for these podcasts. With much development under construction and with 3 annexations under review, it's appropriate to provide an overview of the town of La Plata's planning department. Planning is a subject near and dear to my heart, given my education and job experience as a certified planner in both the public and private sectors. All the information that I'm going to be talking about today or on this podcast is available through the town's planning department website, which is available at www.townoflaplata.org. Click Towns, click Government, click Departments, and then click Planning, and you'll have a drop-down list of all the things I'm talking about here. So let me first talk about the planning department's mission. This is to maintain and improve the character of our residential and commercial communities by making them more livable or walkable, accessible, and sustainable. They are focused on customer service and the development process that is transparent and available. There is a need to balance our infrastructure needs and growth as the town's population increases, and provide planning analysis and recommendations that enable the best planning and development decisions to be provided to the Town Planning Commission and us, the Town Council. So the Planning Department coordinates all development-related functions across the town and oversees planning, development, and permitting activities and enforces the town zoning code. And finally, the department, through these efforts, wants to and needs to implement the 2020 Comprehensive Plan. So let's start in with a brief overview of the various functions within the planning department. Not necessarily in any area of importance, but just the following functions are provided. First is building permits and inspections. This function, or what the town planning department here does, is to protect the public health, safety, and welfare by enforcing the town's zoning code and zoning ordinance. The department issues permits and performs all inspections for all construction and development-related activities in the town. This function is provided by an outside contractor called Plan Check, and they perform inspections for the town to include, but not limited to, the following: building permits, buildings, water meters, water and sewer lines and laterals, mechanical as part of a building construction, electrical, and plumbing, as well as permanent signs that are both attached and detached. The town currently uses the 2018 International Building Code and related codes and these will be updated as the new versions are available and come out. The next function is called code enforcement. This is a staff function to enforce the town's zoning ordinance, which includes, for instance, it limits the number of building construction hours and noise during the week and over weekends. It regulates livability on lots by regulating how tall weeds and grass can grow on lawns. They do rental inspection of all rental units. They do this once every 2 years, and that's to ensure that they are livable and are up to standard with respect to building codes. They also look for unregistered or abandoned vehicles. So if you see a violation, feel free to contact Aaron Masri, our code enforcement chief. His number is 301-934-8421, extension 2301, or his email at amasri, M-O-S-R-I-E, at townoflaplata.org. The next function is development review. The staff spends a great amount of time on this function. This is to provide review for all proposed projects, be they residential or commercial. For example, they perform all the review for 2 current projects under construction that are commercial projects. This includes the Hawthorne Commercial Center on US 301 and Rosewick Corner, another commercial development at the corner of Rosewick Road and 301. I have provided brief separate videos for each of these projects, and they were posted on my Facebook page and on the Nextdoor website. So these reviews are made to determine that these projects or development are compliant with the La Plata ordinance and all other town codes and regulations. These reviews are also coordinated with Charles County. If they're residential, we coordinate that with the school allocation policy, and their roads if a project abuts on a county road, for instance, Rosewick Road or Washington Avenue. Further coordination is made with the State Highway Administration if they have access on the state roads, and other agencies to, again, ensure compliance with county and state standards to include stormwater management, forestation requirements, sediment and erosion control. So the staff guides this through the review process and then provides recommendations for approval, denial, or approval with condition to the town's planning commission. If you would like to get updated on the various development projects and where they are in the review process, the town planning department has a summary that's updated called Development Updates, and again are available on the planning department's website. So go to the Town of La Plata's department's webpage, then click Development Updates for a weekly summary of projects under review. If you have questions, you can also email your questions at the following email address: developmentreview@townoflaplata.org. So it does provide you an updated information about projects they are reviewing. So there's some other information and reports that are available on the town's planning department website. This includes access to the current 2020 comprehensive plan, the 2011 comprehensive parks and recreation master plan, the 2009 transportation study. Please note that while this is somewhat dated, the town has retained a traffic and transportation consultant to provide traffic and related studies on an as-needed basis. We have the 2000 vision plan and downtown plan with later updates dated in 2012 and 2016. So all these reports are available for download or viewing. The town also provides different maps through a Geographic Information System, GIS. From that, you can access that that link from the town planning site, and you can do a parcel study to look up zoning information, as well as look at the overall town zoning maps from past and current years, from past years and the current zoning map in the town. And another important bit of information that is provided by the town planning department is their annual report. By state law, all planning commissions must prepare and submit an annual report each year. The latest La Plata Department's annual report is dated 2020 and is available again from the planning department's website, which I referred to earlier. The 2021 report is currently under preparation and hopefully will be available in June or early July. And I'll provide an update to that as well. So let me finish this particular episode talking about the first of 3 annexation requests that are under review by the town council. The first of these annexations was called the Villages of Rosewick, and this has been reviewed by the Town Planning Commission as well as the Town Council. I again posted a video of this annexation request on March 23rd, and it's been posted on my Facebook page and on the Nextdoor website. Just a brief overview. This is a 20-acre parcel that's located at the southeast corner of Rosewick Road and Washington Avenue. It's proposed for 232 apartments and 4 buildings, and each building will have supporting commercial and office space within each building. The Planning Commission reviewed this project at their March 1st, 2022 meeting with a public hearing. No speakers testified for or against, and no written testimony for or against was provided at the public hearing. So the Planning Commission, as required, recommended a proposed zoning category. They recommended neighborhood commercial mixed-use zoning, and they also made the finding that the annexation request is consistent with the 2020 comprehensive plan. These recommendations have been forwarded to the town council. Now, the town council held a public hearing as required on this annexation on May the 10th, 2022. There was no public testimony at the meeting, and there were no letters submitted for the record. And again, there was no testimony for or against the project. So the public notice period was closed. We then took a vote to either approve or deny the annexation. The annexation was approved by the town council. I did vote yes, and let me briefly provide some information or my reasons for voting yes for approval. The project is adjacent to water and sewer service, and it is available. This particular water and sewer demand has been included or was included in the town's water and sewer projections several years ago. Traffic impact is somewhat limited because the access will be limited to, I believe, 2 access points on Rosewick Road, which is a county road and therefore subject to their requirements for entrance permits, as well as an existing Rosewick Road access management plan. That just limits the amount of access points on Rosewick Road. And finally, I believe this is a what I would call in planning jargon is a, quote, infill project. And what I mean by that is while it has to be adjacent to the town boundary, it has a small parcel, and I believe it does round out the boundary in that part of the town, the northeast part of the town. I don't believe this is sprawl, given its location. It had, again, because it has access to Rosewick Road, as well as access to the existing hiker-biker trail, which is also along Rosewick Road. They will provide additional sidewalks along Washington Avenue, which again promotes more walkability. And if need be, the future residents could actually walk over to an existing commercial area where the Lowe's is currently located. They will have to cross the intersection, but there are some pedestrian crossings there as well. So that's the reason why I voted yes on this particular annexation. Now, there are 2 more that the town council will be reviewing, and let me briefly talk about those. The first is the hub. This is a project that's about 300 acres. It's about proposing close to 2,000 units. The Planning Commission met to review this project on March 1st, 2022. They kept the record open. I know there were letters of opposition submitted during that March 1st meeting. So the record was held open, and the Planning Commission then met again on April the 5th, 2022. As I said, there were opposition letters provided and on the record. The Planning Commission, as required, provided they don't approve or deny, they just provide their zoning recommendation. In this instance, they recommended future zoning could be traditional development, mixed-use zoning, and did make a finding that the project, that is this annexation, would be consistent with the 2020 Town Comprehensive Plan. The Town Council public hearing was held on May 24th. There was testimony mostly in opposition to this annexation at this May 24th hearing by the Town Council. The public record is still open and will remain open until June 16th, 2022. So for those who want to submit questions or comments, you can send an email to the following email address: legislative@townoflaplata.org, and just label it as the hub comments, and it'll be forwarded to us, the Town Council, and will be part of the record. You can also send a letter addressed to the Town Council, and it could be addressed to 305 Queen Anne Street, Box 2268, La Plata, Maryland, 20646. And again, it can be addressed to the Town Council. The third and final annexation under review is called Hawthorne Yards. This is also about 55 acres on Maryland 225. I believe it's a combination of singles and towns. Maybe I think about 150 units total. The Planning Commission also met on March 1st, 2020 on this project. I know there was questions and some opposition during that March 1st Planning Commission meeting. As required again, the Planning Commission did recommend a zoning category if it were to be approved of neighborhood commercial mixed use, and then also did make a recommendation that this annexation, Hawthorne Yards, is consistent with the Town Comprehensive Plan. The Town Council will now hold their public hearing. I believe, I haven't seen the official date, but it will be scheduled, I believe, sometime in mid to late June. I will provide an update when that hearing is scheduled. So just to close out this episode, I will be doing 2 follow-up podcasts and videos. The first will be about the town's comprehensive 2020 plan. This is a pretty important document, and again, it's the basis upon which annexations may or may not be approved. And the second podcast and video will be about the Planning Department's 2020 required annual report, again, hopefully to be released in June or July of this year. And this provides some great information by providing an overview of the past and potential future development trends in La Plata. So it's a good piece of information, and I'd like to spend a little bit more time talking about it with you. So, as always, please email me with your questions and comments and any ideas. My email address is djenkins@townoflaplata.org. Again, thanks for listening, and I hope to hear from you soon. This concludes the latest La Plata Town Council Ward 4 update. I hope you find this podcast informative and useful. So let me know what you think. I look forward to speaking to you again and listening to your questions and concerns. To reach me, my email address is djenkins@townoflaplata.org, or my cell phone number is 301-263-3471. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.